Truth and Untruth. Keisha drops into her seat, annoyed that Mr. Daniels has asked her to do a paper over because he knows she could be better. I've always hated hearing that from teachers, and then I realize I've never heard it from Mr. Daniels, and all of a sudden it bugs me. Since the day of the mystery boxes, I keep thinking about how good it felt to do something right, just to fit in. That's what I want, to feel like everyone else. To be told that the work I know is terrible isn't good enough. I want him to tell me I can do better and see it in his face that he really thinks so. And then I remember that it is the best I can do. I haven't written in class since I had the fake sling on my arm. After 3 days of wearing it, Mr. Daniels told me he was going to have the nurse call my mom about my injured arm, so I figured I'd better lose the sling. So now I'm stuck. I don't know who to be, the one who admits that I can't do it, or the pretender. Finally, I decide I'll give Mr. Daniels something so terrible that he'll have to ask me to do it over. I don't even try to spell anything correctly like I usually do. I just put a whole bunch of letters together that even I know make no sense. I'll walk up and hand it to him instead of putting it in the assignment cubby. Thanks, Allie, but if you're done, why don't you put it in the cubby? I pushed it toward him a little more. I thought you might want to check it over. We lock eyes for a few seconds, and then he reaches out to take it from me. Okay, he says, and he looks at it. His eyebrows scrunch up, and then he looks back at me, and he stays quiet, thinking, I can tell. I hear it in my head, do better, Allie, and I would. I would magically do better, and Miss Silver would carry a trophy for me so big, she'd have to carry it on her back. Allie? Huh? I said you can just put it in the cubby then. And the pictures in my head pop like bubbles, and I walk away without taking it back. As soon as we all sit down in the cafeteria, Keisha announces to Albert, okay, this has been killing me all day long. What? I asked. Albert, so this Flint shirt that you wear every day? He interrupts. I do not, in fact, wear the same shirt every day. I have 5 identical ones. Keisha eyes are wide. Seriously, Albert, you bought the same shirt 5 times? He doesn't seem to think it's a big deal. It's the only one I like. Well, anyway, Albert, she says, I finally found out what the heck your shirt means. And I Googled Flint. And you know what I found? His eyes widen. It's a place in Michigan, like a kind of rock. Something people used to light campfires. What arrowheads are made of. A kind of sneaker. Albert didn't say anything. Albert, did you hear me? What is with the Flint shirt? This just makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Albert fidgets. Hey, Albert, I say, are you okay? You know, she shouldn't mean any harm. I'm quite aware of her intentions. I worry. Well, what are they? To find out why I wear this shirt. Funny how my brain wants to make things complicated, and his just cuts to the simplest thing. Well, the simplest thing with a bunch of fancy words and mile-long sentences. The meaning of my shirt is not any of those things. He closed his eyes before he takes a deep breath. Flint is an immortal genius from Star Trek. Season 3, Episode 19. It's titled Requiem for... Keisha laughs and interrupts him. Albert, are you kidding me? Albert clears his throat and glances at the clock. Albert, I say, poking the side of Keisha's leg, and she, by some miracle, stops laughing. Go ahead, I want to know. After that day of being mean, I want to be extra nice. So, Flint's some kind of smart guy, I asked. Albert readjusts himself in his seat. Flint goes away to his own planet. He puts up invisible barriers so that others won't sense his life forms there. He creates robots to protect himself and keep him company. They are predictable. Sounds super weird if you ask me, says Keisha. Why wouldn't he live on Earth with people? He had once lived on Earth, and he left to be alone. He wanted to be alone. So I wonder if Albert wears the shirt because he feels that way. Keisha falls forward, dropping her arms to the table. Why the heck would a man leave Earth with everything here to go off and sit on a rock in space all by himself? Albert hesitates. Well, he says it's to retreat from the unpleasantness of Earth and the company of people. Then he looks right into my eyes. I can see that. I can see why someone would want to avoid being with other people. A great number of them are not very nice to me. And well, listen, Albert, Keisha's voice is softening. I didn't mean to. Albert interrupts. I'm not implying it was you who was not kind to me. I'm relieved. But there are others who are just not so kind, he says. So, do you think that he'll start to tell them where his bruises come from too? I wonder if there's someone else that's